Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Your Mark on the World show. I'm your host, Devin Thorpe, and this episode is produced for Forbes.com, where I am a contributor covering social entrepreneurship and impact investing. Our guests today are Dr. Ned Hallowell of the Hallowell Centers and Shelly London, who is the president of the Poses Family Foundation, and they have both been involved tremendously in the creation of a new resource, understoodorg, to help children with learning and attention challenges. So, Shelly, Ned, welcome to the show.
Nice to be with you.
We're really excited to have you, and thank you both for taking the time to be with us today. Shelly, why don't you give us a quick overview of what understood.org is and who it is designed to help?
Well, first of all, Devin, thanks so much for having us here today. It's a pleasure to be with you and your audience. Understood.org is an exciting, really incredible new resource for parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. These kids are, and they can be from ages 3 through 20. We're trying to help the parents of all those kids. And these are kids who are as smart as their peers, but because of the way their brains are wired, they may struggle with reading and writing and math and focus and organization. And if kids have support, they can uncover their strengths and they can thrive in school and in life. But without support, they can really struggle. So we're about, and we as 15 nonprofits who've come together to help the parents of these 15 million kids, to help them academically, socially, and emotionally with an incredible tool that is free, it's online, it offers personalized support, daily access to experts, and some real specialized tools to help parents with their kids all along their journey so they can thrive, as I said, in school and in life.
Ned, help me understand. I'm sure there are a lot of people who are watching that get this better than I do, but some may be as curious as I am to try and understand the way a parent might begin to think about, or professionals might begin to think about diagnosing, if you will, or understanding when a child's attention issues are outside of the normal range, because we all get distracted, children and adults alike, and there seem to be more distractions than ever in our lives. How do we identify someone that needs special help?
It's when the child is not doing as well as his or her brain power would warrant. They may be top of the class, but you as a parent or a teacher know they could be doing so much better. Or they may be at the bottom of the class and you know they shouldn't be there. So it's unexplained underachievement, where you just have the sense, I know you could be doing better. And then typically people say, well, just try harder. Well, the try harder solution is like telling someone who's nearsighted to squint harder. That we have more science than that to help. And what's so wonderfully exciting, you know, I've been in this field for 30 years. I have ADHD and dyslexia myself. I've been helping people who have it for decades. Now, at last, we have this free, online, ultra-sophisticated, user-friendly resource where people can go and get the help they need, the knowledge they need. Until now, there have been moms in the middle of, you know, Iowa and Montana getting PhDs on their own at home. Now they can come to this site where everything that's known is so beautifully made available. These kids can get a whole new lease on life. These parents can finally get the knowledge and support they need. And up until now, it's been the lucky few who find their way to me or some other professional who actually gets it. And now it's all right here in this one beautiful, free, readily available site. It's a real game changer. I can't tell you how excited. It's like a dream come true for me to finally see these kids and their parents getting the help they need, because these are our future leaders. These are the innovators. These are, I often say we should rename it the American Edge. These are the people who colonize this country and continue to innovate and discover. Put them in school, they often languish, but give them the right help, the right knowledge, and they can absolutely excel, soar, and change the world.
What are some of the key tips on the site? Give us just is there a way to give us a sample, a flavor, a sense of what's there to help the kids who are struggling?
So we have things for all aspects parents need with their kids, for academic, social, and emotional. We have more than 1,700 pieces of content in English and Spanish, and by the way, also in read aloud mode. And it works, understood.org works equally well on laptop, tablet, or smartphone. And the types of content that we have, it's everything from the is to the how-to. So we did research with more than 2,200 parents, and we said, what do you want? What do you need? And they told us the things they want, and they're all here. So for example, parents told us they want help with the everyday behavior issues that may come up, the social issues, the emotional issues, behavior issues that may come up with their kids. So we have something called the parenting coach that lists the most important challenges that parents may have with their kids with behavior. And according to age and issue, the parents get personalized tips that are actionable, easy to use, simple. We have something called a tech finder that is, you tell us a little bit about your child, what issues your child has, your age of your child, and we give you expert curated tips on which kinds of smartphone, which kinds of apps or websites would be best for your child's issues. We also have daily expert access. So every day of the year, we have a web chat, a webinar, a Facebook chat, Twitter chat for parents so they can ask experts free of charge every day specific questions as well. There's also an online community for parents. And then one of the most important things is personalization. So parents have told us there's so much out there. How do I wade through all this? So parents, by telling us just a little bit about what their child is facing and their age, we can start to personalize these 1,700 pieces of content for parents. And all the content is designed to be easy to use, simple. You get a tip here, you can go try it. It's really designed for the parents who have very busy lives, who want to do really well by their kids, but lead these kinds of busy lives as we all do. And so it's easy to use and so rich for parents and their kids.
It sounds like just an absolutely wonderful resource. Ned, I wonder if you would just comment a little bit about your experience. I mean, you come to this with a little different experience. You described yourself as someone who suffers from some of these issues. Tell us a little bit about the challenges you faced and how you would match up this resource as a solution, perhaps, to those problems.
Well, what understood.org can do is allow people rationally and systematically to do what I had to do intuitively and with no system. You know, I was lucky enough to excel in school. I majored in English at Harvard with dyslexia. You know, I make a living as a writer, and I have ADHD and dyslexia. I beat the odds by the grace of God. Now, people won't have to rely on the grace of God and luck. They can go to understood.org, get the latest in neuroscience translated into plain English, the latest thinking that we have in this amazing decade of neuroscience, but made available in practical, usable terms that any parent can understand, bring to the school, and allow these kids, as I say, I don't treat disabilities, I help people unwrap their gifts, allow these kids to unwrap their gifts. Most people weren't so lucky as I was. Most people really struggle. Well, with understood.org, the struggle can come to an end. You still have to work, but you don't have to be groping in the dark. Now you can see the light, and truly, it's incredibly exciting, the kind of futures these kids can have. We've been allowing these kids to languish for too long. Now their day in the sun has come, thank goodness. And I just feel so pleased and proud to be part of this. You have no idea what a game changer this can be.
And you know, Devin, if I might add one thing, one of the things that parents have told us over and over again is they don't understand what their kids are going through. And so they don't know how to help them. And so one of the things that's unique about understood.org is we have experiences for parents so they can simulate what it's like to actually have a learning and attention issue, what it's like to have trouble reading, to have dyslexia, or math issues, or attention issues, or organization issues. And what we have are videos with kids, real kids, unscripted, of ages that you're like your kid, and then you can hear from those kids what it's like to have this issue. You can play a game like, I don't want to call it a game, but it's a simulation that lets you experience what it's like to have those issues.
And it's so poignant, if I can just jump in. It's so poignant, and I just go to the site and try it. You'll start crying. These kids are so amazing.
That's great. That's great. Shelly, why is this so important to you and the Poses Family Foundation? What's the connection for you?
Well, for so many of the people involved, whether it's the 15 nonprofits or the individuals, many of our writers, people are touched personally. If you think about it, 1 in 5 people have learning and attention issues, so probably everybody you know is touched in some way. That's true for me, members of my family, and it's true for the partners, the 15 nonprofit partners, that everybody has a personal as well as a professional connection. And we know what it's like when kids have the opportunity to be supported. They can thrive, they can reach their full potential, and we know what it's like when they aren't. And so the idea here is to bring all these wonderful 15 nonprofit partners together who have deep expertise, and to be able to share with everyone the level of resources that someone who has access to someone like Ned can have. We want to give that same level of resources to all parents.
This is just wonderful. Now, Ned, before we go, I wonder if you'd take just a minute and tell people who should reach out to you personally and how they should make a connection.
Well, go to the site, understood.org, and you'll be directed, as Shelly said, in a very personalized way to precisely the help you need. The site does a very good job of not wasting your time. How old is the child? What is the problem? And then packaged will outcome this marvelous, cutting-edge, up to the minute package of suggestions as well as experiences, so you can understand your child better and really know what he or she is going through. Just go to the site, understood.org.
Great. Now, tell us, if you will, just take 15 seconds, tell us about your new book.
Oh, thank you. My new book is called Driven to Distraction at Work. It's not about ADD per se, but it's about the phenomenon that almost everyone feels of what I call attention deficit trait, how hard it is to create and sustain focus in the workplace. But I give very practical tips on how to do that. Driven to Distraction at Work. It's available now on Amazon.
I can't wait to read it. I'm almost desperate. I may cancel some things today to go read that because I've been distracted by
Thank you.
Now, Shelly, if you would just take a minute and tell people how they can get in touch with you.
Okay, it's as simple as understood.org, understood.org. That's how you can get in touch with us, and we just hope that millions and millions of parents will find their way to understood.org. We want to make a difference in people's lives, and that's how you can get us, simple as understood.org.
Right. Well, I want to thank both of you for your time this morning. I'm excited about the work you're doing and see the potential for helping millions upon millions of kids in the United States and around the world. So thank you for your good work and for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Really. Take care.
Let's do some good.